HLS Show Me How, extending and customizing the learning solution for Office 365 solution. Hi, my name is Michael Giannotti, and I'm a technology specialist with Microsoft's Healthcare and Life Sciences group. So the other day I posted a video to our Healthcare and Life Sciences blog at aka.ms/HLS blog. And that prompted some reactions and questions from viewers. And the first one was around, what is the user experience for a portal like this? And because I had also mentioned that you could customize and do some things around that, I got some further questions around that. What are some of the basic things you can do? So today we're going to walk through a couple of basic, very quick pieces to show you how you can start to customize by configuration, no programming, but take this solution as a base and then build on it to meet your organizational needs. You might have a research group that has training and things that they need. You might have a hospital ward where they need to provide and have different things or have documentation at hand readily available for them. And the beauty of it is, since all of this is SharePoint Online, it's not only accessible via a computer. I'm on my Surface Pro 2, but it can also be accessed by mobile devices. So, it could be an iPhone, an Android phone, like a Samsung or some other device. It could be a tablet device. It doesn't really matter. We have a great mobile app experience as well as responsive design experience available for those users to get at the content. So it provides a great anytime, anywhere solution for doing training that may not fall within the purview of your traditional LMS or learning management system. So let's take a look at some of the ways we can customize. Well, one of the first ways right off the top is people look and they say, hey, I don't want to call it custom learning for Office 365. I get that, right? So certainly that is the emphasis here that can be readily changed. And if you've done any work with modern design, with the communication sites that you can generate in Office 365, this should look very familiar, as it's simply the hero web part. So you can push whatever kind of content you want into these tiles and change them. But out of the box, this is what we give you. However, having said that, what we'd like to do is to come in and first of all, we're going to change the title. So let's come in here and we're going to come on down below and look at site information. That allows us to see this logo and also a title. So let's go ahead. First of all, I want to change the logo. I'm going to go into my pictures and I'm going to go down to, I believe, in the E. There we go. I've got a little heartbeat kind of symbol there. So we're going to change that. And we're going to call this Contoso HLS. I cover healthcare and life sciences, so hospitals, pharma, and others. So we'll just go generic, but Contoso HLS University. Right? So we can give it a name. We can further give it a description if we want. We can connect it to a hub site. We're not going to do so. We're just going to simply select Save. Once we do that, you'll note, there we go. We have our new title. We have our new little logo here. And of course, that could have been whatever it wanted. And we're now free to start doing some additional content and adding pieces. So the first thing I'd like to do here on the home page, we certainly have some easy to access steps here. But under Ask Questions and Get Help, if we go there, you'll note out of the box we have Ask Questions. And it says, add your link, join our user community here to ask questions. So I want to go ahead and I want to edit some of this. I also want to edit this contact the help desk, right? So we're going to edit that. So let's go ahead and select edit. And here we go. We have each of our web parts now turned out. So we can go ahead and we can go, I have this one for asking questions. Well, we have a Yammer community set up to facilitate just this very thing. So we can go ahead, just grab the link to that. Come on back. Let's go ahead and let's say we want to put, I don't know. what do I want to say? Add your link here. So we'll just go ahead. I got rid of that. And alternate text, ask questions. That's good. Good. So now I think I'm good. I don't really need to see any more there. The next one is around contact the help desk. So I have a support site that's been set up here within our intranet environment. So again, we're going to go ahead and I'll just get rid of that text. I don't need that. We just want to be able to provide a link straight to this particular piece. There we go. And we'll close. So now we've got a link and a link. And of course, we could have additional links. These ones already have ones. Get more training and join the community. Now I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and publish. And just like that, we have our new link. So if I go here, select ask a question, look what it does. It's going to bring me straight to that Yammer group. Brilliant. And of course, we could go in, we could add additional parts that are like this and customize really this area to make it our own. So let's go ahead. I'm going to come back to the home page, and I want to start to now add some additional content on the home page. So I see here that we have news, and that's great. You know, we have news and events. But what I would like to do is add some content over here to the right to add a little more splash and interactivity. So what I'm going to do here is go in and we're going to select to edit this particular page. We're going to come on down and notice how it says edit section. If I come out here, you know, certainly I can edit a given web part, but I want to edit the section. So I'm going to select that. And when I do so, it allows me to change the layout options. So I can do a number of things here that I might otherwise not have been able to do. So I'm going to go ahead and say, oh, I don't know, let's give it this 1 2/3 columns. I still want to keep plenty of room for news as we add news and events, but I want to give a narrow column because I want to provide a space here wherein we can go and have scheduled live streaming to our users here. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to close that up. So now we have that. And I think we'll call this, let's give some text just to introduce it. Watch our Health Beat monthly here on live. Oh, here live on the first Monday of each month. So we've got a little bit here and we'll say, watch this. Da, 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 da. All right. And I can go ahead, we'll select this little bit here. Oops, I wanted to get that whole thing. There we go. So we get a little bold, a little thing to call attention to it. And I'll say, oh, we'll just leave that there. All right, so we've got now a little heading that we've added to this. The next step is we want to add some live content, but we have to create some. So I'm going to go ahead. Office 365 has Microsoft Stream. It's our YouTube for the enterprise where we can grab on-demand videos as well as add live content. So I'm going to come in to create a live event. All right, and we're going to come in here. Let's call that, what did I call it? I called it the Health Beat monthly. And this is for the month, what are we in right now? I'm in April, so we'll say it's for May. It's coming up, right? Help if I could type a little better. There we go. I can give it a description here. I can upload an image. I'm not going to upload that same one, but similar to it, right here, I've got one. And so it has a little bit more. Employee Health Beat Monthly with Michael Giannotti. That's me. And so we're going to go ahead and I could say just that it's our monthly check-in with employees around their training needs. All right, there we go. We have here our video language started at a specific time. So we're going to schedule this, like we said, for the first Monday. There it is right there, the 6th. And the start time for this, we'll just take that. I can make it anytime we want. Let's go ahead. Let's make it 10 a.m. How's that? 10 a.m. People have had plenty of coffee. It's a 1-hour session. You can see here we can adjust the permissions. Who can see this? Everyone in the company is allowed to. I could undo that if we wanted to make it specific. And I also want to make sure that features such as auto generation of captions is there for accessibility. We're going to allow comments and people, so very good. I'll go ahead and save that. Once we have saved, we have here the information we'll need for our encoder. Let's go back to the details. So we've got all that and that. And we want to go ahead and I want to share. I want to grab the embed code, or excuse me, not the embed. I just need the link for this particular piece. So we're going to go ahead and copy that. We'll close. I'm going to go ahead and publish so it's available for everybody. We're going to come back to our home page, and this time now we're going to add an additional web part. Let's blow this up a bit and say see all under text and media. We're going to select Microsoft Stream. I don't want all of Stream. I want a single video. It asks for the address, so we'll give it that address. And there we go. Just like that, we've now added a placeholder in here that has the video that people can watch. They'll be able to, tune in at any given time, see this video, watch it as soon as it starts streaming, and then the second it ends, it's available on demand. So now we've added some video content. I also, however, want to add in a conversational piece. So we're going to come back in here, and we're going to go ahead and let's add, again, a title. We want to provide a view to interaction. So remember our particular community. So let's go ahead and say, community chat, we'll call it. And this is self-service, Q&A for Contoso HLS employees. So there we go. So we've got a little piece here. Again, let's bold that front part just to call attention to it. And the next thing I want to do is I want to add a Yammer Web part. And there it is. So there's a Yammer Web part here, and it says select the conversation for this group. So in this one, we've got, let's look, I'm going to search for Contoso University. There it is. There's that particular group. Boom. And then we can decide how many pieces we want to show on here. I'm going to go ahead and say small just because of the amount of real estate we've got in this particular space. So we'll go ahead and add that here and close that up. So now we've added a couple of pieces, right? We've customized the top home. We've added some content here. We've also added a conversation piece. And finally, maybe I have a repository of videos, a channel or something as it were, that I want to make available right off here. So I'm going to add just a single column. Let's go ahead back here. We're going to reuse coming back to our Microsoft Stream, right? So let's go to see all, let's go to stream. And we're going to, in this case, we could take a channel. I don't really have a channel set up here. So we'll just say all of stream. We'll do it by trending. There we go. And we've added now a dynamic view into that. But if we added a stream channel, it would just show that. So as new content was added, maybe it's training videos, etc. You can see here, here's that live view to that live one that's coming. Already there, right? Because I published it, made it available. So now we've got a view to all these various areas. to make that all live, we simply select publish. And there we go. So now here's our published page. Look at that. We've got the video that's going to render. We've got conversations, right, that are starting. There's not much there. We could have people, click and go to Yammer, view all in Yammer, or post to Yammer. So right from here, I could just say the Yammer group is now a part of our Contoso HLS HLS University, that's what I renamed it to, Versity homepage. And we'll go ahead and post, boom. And there we go. So now you can see it's actually posted it there. If we come back here to Yammer, there we go. We can see it's reflected here as well. Finally, let's go in as a user. So here we go. This is the view prior, right? So we're logged in here as Megan Bowen in this particular one. She's going to refresh the view to this particular page. And now she's going to be able to come in and see the same content made available. There's our video. There's those conversations. She can actually reply here and say, that is awesome. Love the new slick tech. Did I say that? Tech. There we go. And we'll go ahead and post. And there we go. So now we have Megan's response. Again, all this being done right in line, right? So we've got all that there. We could even have put, think about this, for a live session, and maybe I could have done half and half, and that way I have a bigger video. But for this live session, when it starts to begin to stream, maybe I have a channel that's for that called the Health Beat Monthly. And I could put that Yammer group right here. People could come directly to the portal without having to go to Yammer anywhere else, and they could then engage in conversation around this particular video. So some great options and things that can be done there. Now let's come on back as the administrator, back to our portal. Just want to highlight a couple of other things that you can do real quick. First of all, if we click edit, we can certainly go in and start moving some of these items around, right? We can edit, we can promote a sublink, we can remove it. So you can go in and start to do some changes right through there. If you came in and you decided that you wanted to go ahead and do some things around the site itself, you might come in. I'm going to go to site contents, come into this particular view, because from here I get site settings is where I want to go. So if I go to quick launch, you'll note this looks pretty familiar, right? That's how that those up there. So if I wanted to start to add new navigation links, I could. So I could add a new one. I could just say, we'll go ahead and take this one, right, to our support page as an example. Come back here, give that, and then we'll say this is Contoso HLS support. We can pick the heading it's under. Is this part of home? Is it question or answer? Actually, let me go back. Cancel that. Cancel what I just said. Instead of a navigation link, let's make it a heading, right? So we'll go ahead and make a top line, and we'll call it Contoso HLS support. That way, it's right in line at the very top, right? These top levels, and then I could have sub levels. So let's say we wanted to go to, I don't know. Let's take customer scripts. I have no idea. That would be expense report. Oh, they just have those linked out to a lot. Yeah, and I just think I closed the page. Oh, they're killing me. All right, so it's in my demo environment. So let's go on back to the home page. We'll see this here, and then I'll show you that real quick. So there's our Contoso HLS support. Let's go back real quickly just to give you, again, an idea. Let's go to site contents. Let's go to, did I do that right? Site settings, yep. And then we're going to go to quick launch. And under here, now let's give a new navigation link. We're going to put it under HLS support. So let's just say this is, take this link, copy. We'll call it employee. Let's call it Contoso HLS University Q&A. There we go. And we're going to put that under our HLS support. Click OK. Boom. We'll come up here. So now you can see, there we go. When we mouse over, there's a link directly to that. So very quickly and easily, we're starting to add content. We're starting to add links. We can always come under, again, under site contents. We can begin to add additional items. Maybe we want to pull in weather or whatever the case might be. But the beauty of it is it's all just SharePoint. Having said that, there are some specifics for this solution. So I'll provide a link, but at docs.microsoft.com, if you searched on custom learning, there is a custom overview. And it's all about, you can see here on the left-hand side, customizing the learning experience, right? All the things you can do, like customizing the site. Where's the custom learning web part? Get to know the SharePoint application pages, access custom learning admin page, hide and show subcategories, all that good stuff. It's all there for you. You can customize this, make the site your own. It doesn't take long, to be blunt. I just started tooling around here, for about a half hour to get prepped for this video because people asked me. And that's all it took for me to come in and to make these kind of changes very quickly, right? So you can go into, you can customize this site, make it your own, make it organizational specific, but it gives you a great starting point to start with. So that's it. I mean, easy peasy, right? If you want to get started today with the custom learning for Office 365 solution, take a look at my earlier video. I'll provide a link back to the provisioning video and resources that I did earlier. I'm going to link all three of these blog posts around the custom learning for Office 365 together, so you can just skip around user experience, provisioning, and then this one on customizing and extending. It's simple. It's a great starting place, even if you just use this site as a reference to give your folks who are starting to use SharePoint some hands-on and doing some nifty things as to what's possible. Take advantage of it. It's a great way to get started. Stand it up in a demo environment, and tool around and have some fun and learn. It's a great way to get started. So with that, I hope this has been helpful for you. Again, if you have questions, and I love that we got a bunch of, I got questions that prompted this series of videos. You can always find myself and my colleagues at aka.ms/HLSblog. That's aka.ms/HLSblog. I hope you've enjoyed and found today's content useful. Until next time, take care, and as always, ciao.